Hello all and welcome back to another wonderful video. Today we are here on this Kickstarter page to talk about Battle Gem Ponies, a pony wrangling monster tamer RPG. This is a very interesting little thing that I've stumbled upon by going on the Equestria Daily site, and then I saw this advertised on the side and I clicked on it. I thought it was a little bit interesting, so I tried out the demo. I might show a couple of clips of that throughout this video. But yes, this is very interesting. I definitely recommend checking this out for yourself if you are interested in this project. I'll leave a link for it in the description. But what this is very similar to Pokemon, except with pony-related characters and stuff like that. And I think that's kind of cool. So they have a little trailer here and all this other stuff. I'm not going to show any of that, but it's very interesting. There's even a overworld demo and a combat demo, so if you're interested in that, when you go to this website, all you have to do is click this and it will bring you to itch.io. You can scroll down through this information and download it on your device, unzip it, extract it, play it, and it works perfectly fine. I didn't really run into any issues when I was messing with it. There was one moment when I was playing it when a character just kept spamming the same attack over and over and over again, and it just basically did nothing. I didn't realize they weren't poisoned anymore. All I gotta do is get them one little hit though. So boom, there we go. We'll use this. They just keep using power amp over and over again for some reason. That might be a bug. That might be bugged out a little bit. I don't think it's supposed to do that. So I don't know if that was a glitch or a bug, or if it's just completely random and it just kind of happened to happen that way. But yeah, command superpowered shape-shifting ponies in strategic turn-based rock paper scissors style combat. Yeah, it's old school inspired RPG featuring a cast of awesome and adorable collectible ponies. Here is their stretch goals. They've made it all the way up to this one, the post-game dungeon, which is going to have an expanded version of the mysterious underwater sapphire sanctuary featuring more puzzles, traps, and lure. So there is going to be some traps. There's going to be some puzzles. There's going to be all kinds of different things on this game. It's not just wander around. Now, of course, there was a little bit of puzzles in Pokemon, and I can't speak for this game or these developers, but I definitely hope that the puzzles are much more interesting than they were in the Pokemon games. But yeah, they're going to add cloud saving, local multiplayer, online multiplayer, some kind of oatmeal challenge, customizable Nuzlocke randomizer mode can be unlocked after you complete the story or whatever. That's going to be kind of interesting. All kind of different other challenges, and they're going to port it to consoles if they raise enough money for that as well. So that's something I'm mostly interested in. If it ever does make it to consoles, I probably definitely will be downloading this because it's just a fun little thing here. They're going to release some mini plushes and stuff like that. If you back them enough, they'll actually make some plushies and stuff like that for you. So I think that'll be pretty cool. And if you do pledge the $500 or more, you can indeed get your own OC drawn as a pixel art Battle Gem pony, which is a lot, but hey, that's pretty cool and interesting. And there's all kinds of other perks, of course, as well if you pledge all kinds of stuff. So this is kind of what the game looks like. As you can see from this GIF, you can wander around in this open world just how you could in just pretty much any of the Pokemon games. And yeah, there's some kind of quest, some kind of story-based thing, but in the demo, there's not really much of any of that. A little bit of look at what the combat is like here and some of the characters. If we scroll on down, we can see the soundtrack. So if you're interested in the soundtrack, or if you like any of the soundtrack, they have all of them on SoundCloud. Plus, you can listen to them directly from this Kickstarter page, which is really good and everything. And yeah, the Pinto region, this is what the region is going to look like. You're going to have the ocean here, some dark caves, a neon city, which sounds pretty interesting, a Mount Solid, that's pretty cool. There's a desert, Peridot Woods, Ivory City, all kinds of different cities and locations and stuff like that. I think that's pretty cool. To be honest with you, this very much looks like a Pokemon map. Not the prettiest looking map, to be honest with you. It would be much cooler if it was actually you could see what the city looked like and stuff like that, but this is more of a lookout at it. I imagine if the game ever released fully, it would definitely be a much better map than this. At least I would hope there would be anyway. But yeah, it's a beautiful, peaceful region, Pinto, a land where ponies and humans coexist with advanced technology that doesn't threaten the natural habitats of the ponies. And so we get to look at some of the characters here. So if we do like this, it also talks about how you only have one pony partner throughout the entire game, and you make use of their own other ponies by having yours temporarily turn into the other ones in battle. To me, this is kind of a cop-out to have multiple ponies personally, and I'm not a super big fan of that system, but it is kind of fun and it is perfectly normal, and it doesn't play awkward or weird or anything like that. But here's a look at some of the characters. I'm going to kind of zoom in here. Actually, you can see they got all kinds of different ones here. This one here, this like black one here with like the freaking, I don't even know what this is, a giant beak or something. That's one of my favorites. I really love this griffin kind of one over here. I really love the moth one. The moth one is amazing. It looks freaking cool as heck. And then the dolphin one is pretty cool too. There's just a handful on here that are really cool, and they serve a useful combat purpose throughout your entire adventure. Each pony is endearing in its own way with its unique personalities, battle tactics, special side quest encounters, and expressive animations. That was something that I noticed when I was messing with the demo a little bit. Whenever they took damage, they kind of expressed it, and if they were severely injured and close to death, they would kind of look like they were injured and almost about to die. And I thought that was a pretty nice little feature for the game. I think that definitely adds a little bit more character to it. My character looks hurt. They actually look hurt. What is all that stuff? I don't know what that means. I don't know what that stuff was up there in the top left. What was that? Well, you died too, Mr. Dolphin person. And then, of course, it talks about how there's a balanced roster and there's a turn-based elemental rock, paper, scissors style combat. Very much like how it is in Pokemon, where this element beats this element, and this element beats this element, and this element beats this element, and so on and so on and so on. Here's the different elements. They got Toxic, they got Key, whatever the fuck that means. I don't know what that means. They got Draco, Dark, Chaos, which is a pretty cool one. Esper, Light, Magic is another one. Steel, Ghost. A handful of these are like just basic ones that you would expect, like Ice and Fire and Aqua and Air. Surge, of course, obviously is like their electric type or whatever like that. I'm not sure what Key is, and I'm not sure what Chaos or like Magic is. I'm not sure what those elements are, but pretty interesting, not gonna lie. And I'm assuming this is like their like typing tree or whatever like that. So this one is not going to do anything to this, but it's going to do stuff to that, but it's going to be resistant to that or whatever. And I think that's how that tree works. I'm not sure how to read their tree here, but this is their elemental tree or whatever and how it works. Every pony and move in Battle Gem Ponies is associated with either one of the two 18 elemental classes, and a few ponies and move have absolutely no matchup alignments at all by being completely neutral, having no elemental class assigned. So yeah, you can see how there's definitely a lot to this, and it's great. Like, graphic wise, it probably could use a tiny bit improvement in certain things, because some things are a little bit low res where they should be a little bit more sharp and stuff like that. Like mostly the diamond thing in the center there, I felt looked a little bit weird. I'm not sure what it is about it. I think I would definitely like it more if it was more of like straight edges or something, but I think it's fine otherwise. There's some dual class modes, so if you do that, you could do the maximum amount of damage to a specific class of ponies and force opponents to switch forms or else face an inevitable checkmate. That's a pretty cool way to word it. You can of course change the movesets like you could in Pokemon, and there's gym powers and bonus values that increase your things. This will be your starter pony and new best friend, Ponatia, and it starts with this character here, and at the start of the game you'll bump into this very unusual and rare pony that has the unique ability to transform into elemental variants of herself. This is triggered by touching various colorful meteorites found scattered across the region. And then there's ultra forms, which are temporary transformations that mix up battle by switching around a pony's primary and secondary. It's basically a mega evolution. It's basically a mega evolution, basically, is what it is. Like, that's literally what it is, basically. You can level up. When you level up, you can choose what thing to increase. You can choose to increase its HP, or maybe its bonus value, or whatever else you want to increase. And I think that's kind of an interesting little concept there, where you can choose what to upgrade the most. There is all kinds of interesting stuff here. There's capture gems, which is basically their Pokeballs, and I think that's kind of an interesting little thing here. And again, look at this. There's Chroma ponies, which are basically shinies. Like, it's basically exactly what you would expect it to be. It's literally a Pokemon game, but with ponies. Like, that's basically what it is, and I think that's pretty cool. I think that's interesting anyway. If you guys are interested in this project, definitely consider checking out the link in the description to, if nothing else, download the demo and maybe share some gameplay of that or something like that, and enjoy playing around with the demo or something like that. Currently in the demo, you can't play with other players, but that's kind of interesting that they will eventually do that in the future. They got all kinds of different merch and all kinds of other stuff like that, of course. Extra download key if you want an extra one, blah, 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 all kinds of other stuff like that. Like the mini plushie, boom, $30. Boom, mini plushie. I definitely love some plushies. So yeah, all kinds of interesting stuff that they're definitely gonna do here. I mean, there's just so much here. Like, I'm still scrolling. There's literally so much here. And they have all kinds of stuff. And of course, you can follow them on all their other social medias and stuff like that. But yeah, they even talk about like the risks going into this, like how big it is and everything like that. So yeah, definitely check this out. This is definitely a very interesting project. I'm going to keep my eyes on this one, just like I am Ambient White or any of the other ones that I've shared before in the past. But if you guys know of any more indie related games that are very similar to this, let me know in the comments below and maybe I'll make a video on that one as well. But for now, that's going to do it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please do consider liking, subscribing, sharing, and doing all of those wonderful things like that. Because when you do those wonderful things like that, not only do you get access to wonderful content such as this, but you also get to become wonderful yourself. And I think we all want that. So do those wonderful things, and until next time, stay wonderful.